Welcome to Special Ops. I'm Jerry McLaughlin, your host. These numbers I'm going to read to you are so absolutely astounding, and you don't see them reported any place. Listen to this. Eye-opening statistics. I bet you never heard this on CNN. The total number, get this, the total number of death counts for U.S. population for 2020 are virtually tied with 2018. There's not a spike. That's including COVID-19 and everything else you want to toss in. How could it be? I'm going to give you the math. In 2018, the total deaths for any cause, all causes combined, were 2,839,205. In 2020, the total deaths, as reported again by the CDC through December 8th, 2020, are 2,685,404. Now, if you adjust 6.2841% of the year that's left, and it puts projected 2020 death toll from all causes combined to 2,854,157. And that's a mere rise of 14,952, or less than 1%, actually less than 1/2 of 1%. Now, granted, the CDC has a disclaimer on their site saying that some death certificates have not arrived. There's always a disclaimer. It's tiny. The net percentage increase in deaths that might trickle in the end, legitimate ones, as a factor, the U.S. population is still far less than the interim figures if you factor in, population growth, legal immigration, illegal immigration, squatters, whoever happens to be here. I mean, the total people, if somebody dies, they get counted. If somebody gets sick, they go to the hospital. That's the world we live in right now. So, I mean, it's actually, well, if you try to tell this to the leftists, they'll say, no, the sky is falling. They won't want to hear it. It's all emotional. COVID-19, well, they just are bent on destroying the economy. Biden is promising 100 days of mask wearing. That is my solution. He's not getting in any way. Trump's winning, I believe. So, but I mean, that's the attitude. Worship the mask, wear the mask. Never mind that kids are not learning at school, and the confinement has led to craziness. Everybody's stir crazy. I mean, seriously, more people are mentally ill. And I mean, let's just face it, domestic abuse is higher. I mean, people are not used to being with their spouses as much or their children as much, etc. So, I mean, nothing wrong with family time, but going abruptly from constantly being away to constantly being each other's faces, has an impact. Nonetheless, the liberals might have a counter argument to this latest, by using the latest statistical trend, where numbers tend to have a meteoric rise towards the end of the counting, like the last day of the counting. Case in point, November elections. Remember, statisticians, change your computers, educators, change the way you teach about statistics, because you could have 99% of the vote in, as Trump did in some cases, high 90s in others, and it was a done deal. Statistically, Trump wins, right? No. Come morning, Biden was ahead, declared the winner already in the media. A lot could happen with statistics when nobody is looking. Think about it. If Democrats allowed hundreds of thousands of dead people to vote in November, what's to stop them from reversing it and leaning on government officials to count living people as dead people at the end of the year statistic for the CDC? That could change the statistics, and maybe we will have a measurable increase in deaths. Not legitimately, but they could use fuzzy accounting by applying some sort of algebraic formula, balancing the number of fake dead people from November with the total number of living people that they could count as dead for the CDC record books. I mean, technically it could. That's like using accounting. If you embezzle $1 million from a company and counter it with $1 million offsetting bogus line item entry, you could balance the books. They say statistics don't lie, but statisticians do some of the times, and politicians all the time. Oh, well, not everything they say is a lie. Sometimes their lips aren't moving. Outrageous? This is no more outrageous than the recent Democratic quadruple ploy to make Trump look bad. Think about it. Strike one, they tried and failed making the Russia collusion charges stick. On taxpayer dollars, millions of dollars for that. Strike two, the Mueller report, it fell flat. Another 40, $50 million of taxpayers' money. They're very generous with our money. Maybe we should change the law that if you want to accuse somebody of some frivolous charge, you have to do it on your own dole. Strike three, the impeachment hearings, total joke. When they were over, Nancy Pelosi, instead of saying, hey, sorry for the bad joke, went no place, she said, no, we could impeach Trump every single day from now on. Well, just because you can doesn't mean you should, Nancy. Strike four, election theft. But that story's not over. The Supreme Court hasn't ruled yet. Okay. Even with these traitorous efforts, President Trump still oversaw the greatest economic boom, the greatest economy in the history of the United States, perhaps the world. You can't deny it, but they do deny it. And even with the highest Black employment in history, the defeat of ISIS, no new wars, and countless other achievements, Trump, the warmonger, did get us in 10 new wars. It hasn't happened, although it wouldn't be so bad if he did something about Iran, but that's another story and another video. Oh, one final thing. Please do not share this video. Repeat, do not share this video with anyone until you've checked the links below to prove to yourself. I'm Jerry McLaughlin with Special Opinions, otherwise known as Special Ops. Thank you for watching. And now I'm going to do a little research on my next video.